Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renee if you're new. This is going to be the first video back in what I feel like is going to be like consistent videos through the new year. And I'm super stoked. I did not read much last year and my goal this year is to continue reading how I used to read. And I'm going to track it on Goodreads again. So if you're not following me, it's just at Renee Amberg. What I like to do is read with the seasons. So for the new year, we're gonna do like a winter reading list. So we have something for January, February, and March. 2 books per month, a nonfiction and a fiction book, and they're themed around the months. That's what we're gonna do. So you wanna follow along with me this year, just follow me on Goodreads and keep up with me through my vlogs. We'll talk about the books and all that. It'll be so much fun. I'm so excited to get back into reading. I'm gonna start off with January. Our fiction book for January is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I have heard really good things about this book. It was like the top rated book for this year. I thought I'd snag it up for January. On a bitter cold day in the December of his junior year at Harvard, Sam exits a subway car and sees amid the hordes of people waiting on the platform, Sadie Green. He calls her name. For a moment she pretends she hasn't heard him, but then she turns and a game begins. A legendary collaboration that will launch them to stardom. These friends, intimate since childhood, borrow money, beg favors, and before even graduating college, they have created their first blockbuster, Ashigo. Overnight, the world is theirs. Not even 25 years old, Sam and Sadie are brilliant, successful, and rich, but these qualities don't protect them from their own creative ambitions or the betrayals of their hearts. Spanning 30 years from Cambridge, Massachusetts to Venice Beach, California, and lands in between and far beyond, Gabriel Zevin's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is a dazzling and intrinsically imagined novel that examines the multifarious natures of identity, disability, failure, the redemptive possibilities in play, and above all, our need to connect, to be loved, and to love. Yes, it is a love story, but it is not one you have read before. So that is January. Theme is the most popular book of the last year. I'm really excited about that, and it kind of matches me today. And then as for the nonfiction, we want to get our goals set in the beginning of the year, and we have like all our resolutions. So I picked up Atomic Habits. I'm sure you've heard of this book before. I have yet to read it. I've just seen it everywhere. So this is an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. No matter your goals, Atomic Habits offers a proven framework for getting 1% better every day. I love that. James Clear, one of the world's leading experts on habit formation, reveals practical strategies that will teach you exactly how to master the tiny behaviors that lead to remarkable results. If you're having trouble changing your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. Bad habits repeat themselves not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You will fall to the level of your systems. In Atomic Habits, you'll get a plan that you can take to create new heights, that can take you to new heights. Clear is known for his ability to distill complex topics into simple behaviors that can be readily applied to daily life and work. Here he draws on ideas from biology, psychology, and neuroscience to create an easy-to-understand guide for making good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Along the way, readers will be inspired and entertained with true stories from Olympic gold medalists, award-winning artists, business leaders, life-saving physicians, and star comedians who have used the science of small habits to vault to the top of their fields. Atomic Habits will reshape the way you think about progress and give you the tools and techniques you need to transform your habits, whether you are an athlete looking to win a championship, a leader hoping to optimize an organization, or an individual who wishes to quit smoking, lose weight, reduce stress, and achieve success that lasts. Super perfect for January. As for February, the month of love, I picked up a romance novel, which I'm actually not a huge romance person, but this was again one of the top books in terms of romance for this year. It's called Book Lovers. It's a rom-com lover's dream of a book. Nora Stevens' life is books. She reads them all, and she's not that type of heroine. Heroine? How do you pronounce that? Heroine. Yeah, it's not heroine. Heroine. I'm just gonna say heroine. I don't know. Heroine. Okay. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for her clients, heroine, for whom she lands Nora's deals as a cutthroat literary agent and her beloved little sister, Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for the month of August when Libby begs for her sister's trip away. With visions of a small-town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced needs to become the heroine heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics in meadows or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or a bulging four-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lastra, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet cute if not for the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. Interesting. As for the nonfiction, this is called Atlas of Hearts. Atlas of the Hearts by Brene Brown. So this is about like your emotions and stuff, mapping meaningful connection in the language of human experience. We are the map makers and the travelers. I love this like picture of the heart on the front. He takes us on a journey of 87 of the emotions and experiences that define what it means to be human. As she maps the necessary skills in an As she maps the necessary skills and an actionable framework for meaningful connection, she gives us the language and tools to assess a universe of new choices and second chances. A universe where we can share and steward the stories of our bravest and most heartbreaking moments with one another in a way that builds connection. She kind of like organizes it based on the emotion. Like this is surprise. There's like admiration, envy, and jealousy, and they're all organized by theme. So there's places we go when we're uncertain, places we go when we compare, places we go when we don't go as planned, when we're hurting, like when we're hurting is anguish, hopelessness, despair, sadness, grief. Like it's just gonna be such an interesting book. I feel like this is gonna be probably one of my favorites ever. I'm really excited to kind of dive into all the different emotions. I know there's like 5 core emotions. And I love that Pixar movie that describes them all. There's like a purpose for every emotion, including sadness and anger and fear and all of that biologically, and each emotion was made for us to like survive and, you know, evolve as a species. So it's super interesting to me and I'm so excited to read this one. As for March, I picked up one of the most popular books right now, and that is Lessons in Chemistry. Every time I was like searching books that were like to read for this year, this one just kept popping up. I don't know why, but we'll find out shortly why. Children, set the table. Your mother needs a moment to herself. Chemist Elizabeth Zott is not your average woman. In fact, she would be the first to point out that there is no such thing as an average woman. But it's in the early 60s and all her male team at Hastings Research Institute takes a very unscientific view of equality, except for one. Calvin Evans, the lonely, brilliant, Nobel Prize nominated grudge holder who falls in love with all things her mind. True chemistry results. Like science though, life is unpredictable, which is why a few years later, she finds herself not only a single mother, but also the reluctant star of America's most beloved cooking show, Supper at 6. Her unusual approach to cooking, combine 1 tablespoon of acetic acid with a pinch of sodium chloride, proves revolutionary. But as her following grows, not everyone is happy because, as it turns out, she isn't just teaching women to cook, she's daring them to change the status quo. Laugh out loud funny, shrewdly observant, and studded with a dazzling cast of supporting characters, Lessons in Chemistry is as original and vibrant as its protagonist. You know what I like about that is I have no idea what this book is about. I'm assuming it's like another love thing. It's very like female empowering, it seems like, so I'm excited to read it. It's also a really pretty cover. And then as for the March nonfiction, I am a new parent and I want to learn a little bit more about parenting. I don't really have many friends that have kids. I myself have never had a kid. This is my first kid, so I thought it would be a good idea to pick up a nice little parenting book, and I researched the hell out of the best parenting books. This one was like the winner. So this one's called The Whole Brain Child. It's 12 revolutionary strategies to nurture your child's developing mind. It helps children grow in their emotional intelligence, their valuable brain-shaping moments. Anyone who cares or loves her child should read this, according to the author of Emotional Intelligence, Daniel Goleman. In this pioneering practical book, Daniel J. Siegel, neuropsychiatrist and author of the best-selling Mindset, and parenting expert Tina Payne Bryson offers a revolutionary approach to child rearing with 12 key strategies that foster healthy brain development, leading to calmer, happier children. The authors explain and make accessible the new science of how a child's brain is wired and how it matures. The upstairs brain, which makes decisions and balances emotions, is under construction until the mid-20s, and especially in young children, the right brain and its emotions tend to rule over the logical side of the left brain. No wonder kids throw tantrums, fights, or slogan silence. By applying these discoveries to everyday parenting, you can turn any outburst, argument, or fear into a chance to integrate your child's brain and foster adult growth. Complete with age-appropriate strategies for dealing with day-to-day struggles and illustrations that will help you explain these concepts to your child. The Whole Brain Child shows you how to cultivate healthy emotional and intellectual development so that your children can lead balanced, meaningful, and connected lives. So those are the books that we're starting with this new year. I hope to do this every single season, and you guys gotta hold me accountable because last year I really just like dove. Like I used to read so much and I don't know, it wasn't my reading year, and I'm really excited to get back to reading. So I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys follow me. If you guys want to follow along, like I said, Goodreads, Instagram, vlogs, I'll be talking about all the books and all that stuff and like the lessons I'm learning from the nonfiction books, and we're gonna get back to it. I'm super stoked. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the new year on the 1st.